Hello. How have you guys been? I hope that you have been doing well. So, this afternoon was an afternoon that I was like, do I film this or not? And here we are. We're going to do it. So, tomorrow I have my distributor, I call them Four Hands, coming to visit the studio, and I've been working with them for 8 years. This is a really substantial way that my art gets out there and distributed and reproduced, and a really substantial income stream for me. The name of the game this afternoon is to get this place in order for the visit. So fortunately, since I am, some would call me anal, what I have to do is I have to figure out how I want to present my work for like a little walkthrough. Just in case you want to have a little snoop around my studio, because I always like that. This is my current, this is actually really light. I don't know if you can see it, but those are the little minis that I did that inspired the latest study piece. I had been really wanting to try out the raw canvas just to see how it would act and see how I liked it, just like completely unprimed. And I actually feel like these are so much fun. And I also think part of it was because I didn't film them at all. And I did think about it. But honestly, when I'm not filming things, there is some sort of like freedom and less pressure, I guess. So I just used black acrylic for these. Call me crazy, but I'm kind of loving like the casual vibe of this. There is something that I really love about the effortlessness and things not being too choreographed. What if we moved this to the other wall? That's what I'm thinking. That I am really loving, exactly right there. So that's a win. And I was going to put those on that wall. However, I think what could be fun is to have more of a feeling of like poking around the studio. By the way, do you guys want a little drawer update? Okay, so I am not the most organized drawer person, but the chaos makes sense to me. One day I will actually do like a proper, very satisfying organization of these, and I will definitely make a video of that because I love those kind of videos. So these are like live, what are they called? Palettes. They're called palettes. And then I've just got my like paint sets here. Gouache. Yum. Oh, this is a fun one. The more colorful, the more fun, I suppose, but just like pastels in here. See, these actually should be here. So, inks, again, not the most organized, but like not the worst, right? let me sing the praises of this tempered glass because I cannot tell you how satisfying and how awesome it is to just be able to make a total mess, or even not a total mess, just a little mess, any kind of mess, and then just to clean it up. Some people actually love the chaos, like the creative chaos of a studio vibe. And I really admire those people because, as I said before, I'm just way too anal for that. Fun fact, I went to fashion school for my undergrad, Savannah College of Art and Design in fashion. If I had to do it over again, I would do it straight up painting. My fashion teacher was this little Japanese teacher. I have forgotten her name, but my favorite thing that she had ever said to me is she goes, "You're anal, like me." And of course, now I'm really deep in like undoing perfectionism and stuff like that, but it's a balance. Okay, I think that we have life figured out. So we've got light landscapes just there on the table, just little experiments, nothing serious. We've got my favorites, little studies here. And then I was feeling a little bit like the florals kind of were getting lost over there, so I wanted to put them somewhere where they held their own, I guess you could say. So that's the other thing about me. I'm like so into styling moments, they call them in interior design. And I kind of love that dark little hydrangea like in and around art supplies and abstracts and Ethiopian crosses and all sorts of stuff. And this is, it was really fast, and there's actually a little bit of like cracking up here. And I kind of love it. I kind of like it just because the spirit of this is like very much timeless. Like, where did this come from? Did I find it in a little Parisian flea market or something? That's kind of how I feel about this piece. So again, perfection is definitely not the name of the game. I am going to give you guys a sneak peek at what this place looks like tomorrow after the visit, and we'll see what work is gone. That was such a lovely visit. I absolutely loved seeing them and catching up. We have this 8-year relationship, so they are not only my partner, but also like these women are my friends. And so we had just like a lovely sit down and talk about all things art and life. And I have such a clear studio now. I am so excited. I think that they took like 19 pieces. There are a couple left. Something that always happens is since we just walk through and I show them the stuff that I have in progress as well as the stuff that I consider finished. And almost every time they take some of the in progress stuff because they see something in it that I don't. And I really love that. And that's something that I want a little bit more of. I want a little bit more of that collaborative spirit and partnership moving forward. So let me show you what the studio looks like now. Starting with gathering, no longer here. The dark florals they took, the studies, one of these little studies on the wall, the landscapes, and then for this wall, the pieces that we have left are family and primordial, and everything else is empty, ready to be filled up again, which is so exciting. And just coming out here, we had little snacks and drinks and conversation for a while right here. Such a beautiful space to have people. I love it. I forgot about Totem, and Totem was right there. And then also another dream, which I didn't think was finished, but they did. So another dream is off. And then one of these very sort of in progress surfaces, they also took as an experiment for a wall covering. And they kind of loved that it looked like this, you know, Grecian ruin, and that it was texturally interesting. So I am excited to see what they do with that. And that's what I always really love about these visits, is that they'll see things and see like the potential in the different phases. And I am actually really open to that and experimenting. Like I said, it's been a really long 8-year relationship. And so there's a lot of trust that has been built up over time there. And honestly, you guys, I am so excited to have this free studio space again, just like literally space in my walls to start to create new things. The next thing, and I'm telling you this, so I'm held accountable. The next priority of mine that I'm going to focus on is putting together, really finishing this packet and starting my gallery outreach. So hopefully the next video will be touching on that and how it's going. And I hope that you enjoyed this little sort of behind the scenes, like get my studio ready with me video. And until we meet again. Somebody wants some pets. Somebody wants some attention. Yep. You know, I always think if only humans were so straightforward and would just like come at you and headbutt you when they wanted attention. You know what I mean? Okay.